And we are live, Copeland. How's it going? How
Yo,
you been? It's been a couple of weeks.
it's been a minute.
We had to take some time off. Our last video actually got tossed out because we
Um,
had some things being said that were YouTube censored us. So we're gonna kind of go over a little bit of that today. And
uh,
I was pretty shocked about it though. Like
I'm
we
well,
were stating facts. Pretty much we were stating facts. We weren't making anything up. We weren't giving our opinion. We were stating facts.
got a little technical stuff here.
Got some technical issues, which is great because we can just listen to ourselves over and over and over and over.
Feedback.
Little testing, testing, one, two, one, two. We're getting the feedback from the video. That's
Yeah.
what it is. All right. I know what's going on. It's just the video, the volume on the video. This is playing back, and we just have a little delay that is perfectly set up, and that should have took care of everything. Dun, dun, dun.
So I think we're good.
All right, let's try this over
And
again.
we're back.
We are back.
So people, it's been a minute. Last week, uh, we took the day off because of Phil Goldberg's golf tournament, which is a
It was
excellent
definitely a good
turnout.
time.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was definitely a good time. A lot of food, a lot of friends, family. It was a good time. Big turnout.
Yep, yep. The weather held out.
Yeah, it did.
Um, I think I don't know. The week before, I honestly,
The week before that was.
I think I had to work, but I was actually kind of pissed because they censored that video. They YouTube, i.e., the government, because they weren't liking, I guess, the content. And I don't know. Do we have the that?
We're actually gonna be posting it on the website because they can't pull it off the website.
Okay.
So within the next few weeks, summertime is tougher. My brother to get stuff done. He's busy, busy, busy. So he'll set all that up. We should be good.
What
Next
I
few weeks or
didn't
so.
know in this censorship bullshit is basically if you go against Uncle Sam, their what's the word I'm looking for?
Their agenda.
Their agenda,
Go against the agenda.
you're going to be censored. So you can talk about the, can I say the jab?
You can say anything you want. I think we still have three strikes.
Okay. So if you go against that, go against C19. I think we all know what that is. Uh, they're going to censor you. So I was just saying to Eddie. So there's no more First Amendment, right?
Well, it depends on what do you consider the First Amendment.
First Amendment being that say whatever I want to say.
You can within the realm of you and your friends. You just can't publicly go out there and display
So
that.
then your First Amendment is done.
I would say so, based
I mean, I'm
on
not going to
that.
run
Yeah.
into whatever, like just say a movie theater and yell fire. Yeah, you deserve to get your ass stomped out. But pretty much your First Amendment is gone.
I would think so. You can see it all over, everywhere. Any news station. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, whatever you are. Every single news station, every one of them.
What do you mean?
It's all censored. It's all censored. It's all planned. It's an agenda. We see what they want us to see.
So we're no better than these communist countries.
I'd say we're getting right there with them.
We're probably neck and neck, right?
I would say we're going to be pretty close. I'd say we still have some of our freedoms, but we're still locked down. It's still locked
We're
down.
still locked down,
You're
right?
still uh, you're still bred to work and get paid and stay in debt. That's what your work. That's what you're bred to do. That's what you're
Yeah.
taught growing up. Every one of your family's been taught the same thing. You know, go to college, go to school, get a degree, go get a job, work for a paycheck. And then
I
again,
just in this uh the person who's heading up this country right now, that this administration, if you remember people, or if you were black enough to vote for him, how are you feeling now?
you're feeling awfully pale, aren't you?
Okay, if you're black enough to vote for this administration, uh, I remember him saying this will be the administration of uh, being open, transparent, uh, transparent. That was the word that was being thrown around. So here we have his son on on video sniffing what appears to be cocaine. Again, what appears to be. I'm not saying it was, but go look at the video. But then going back,
there's a million YouTube videos of this dude doing drugs.
okay, but going back, what you said, mainstream media is not showing that.
No, you know what they're also not showing is when the father said, if anyone's caught with such and such drugs, that we have no limit. Like we have no. There's actually a video out there that he says, if anyone's caught with drugs, you'll be sentenced to jail.
I didn't. No, I didn't see
There
that.
is, I wish I can pull it up. I want to try to find it just so you can see this thing. It's,
But
it's an old video from like the 80s.
and he was basically given a slap on the wrist
Barely.
for his gun charge, right?
We will
What
always,
he broke the law.
yeah.
Through and through, he broke the law. Slap on the wrist. But now you have there's a rapper out there who was sentenced, I think, 6 years for the same charges. The rapper Kodak Black, uh, the same charges that his son had, and he got a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, I actually saw that not too, a couple days ago, I think it was.
Okay,
I saw that in
so
the media.
you have these people running around saying it's not a two-tier justice. It is a two-tier justice
It's
system,
100%.
and it doesn't even matter what the color of your skin is.
No.
It doesn't matter. And these people can't get it through their heads. Uh, Again, if you were black enough to vote for him, so how are you feeling? Because I'm telling you right now, this economy, I believe, and I'm not an economist, but I studied a lot on it, and I really think it's going to go belly up. It's because they're playing with the fucking numbers on the market. They're playing with the numbers, unemployment, inflation numbers, the GDP. These are all numbers that they, Uncle Sam, can play with to make you have the illusion that we're doing good. But yet gas is still going up at the pump, all right? Home heating oil.
Everything's up.
Okay,
Everything
I
is
mean,
up. And they keep saying everything's down.
it's not down.
Oh, I got the. You got to see this really quick. You guys should be able to hear it. I'll turn the volume up. This is just a quick couple second video, and I'm pretty sure it's set up to go. But this is him saying something about having cocaine and.
Plus the war on drugs and the president's thought on the situation. He's long spoken out against drugs, including crack cocaine. Take a listen to what he had to say all the way back in 1991.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years.
Okay,
You
so
get
stop that
no
right there.
probation.
We don't want to get copyright infringements. So,
So what does that
why
tell
did he specifically say crack? Why?
I'm not too sure.
I'll
And if
tell
I
you-
said something, it'd be racist.
Well, then I'm going to say it, okay? Because crack is predominantly in the black neighborhood,
How dare you?
okay? It's in the black neighborhoods. Now, you can write in whatever, oh, I can't believe you fucking said that. Go fuck yourself because you know it's true. You know it to be true. Whereas straight cocaine, now, again, that doesn't discriminate. People sniff, smoke, shoot, coke, whatever. But crack is predominantly in the black neighborhood. Now, we all know, well, some of us know, that this guy is, yeah, can I say,
You can say whatever you want.
he appears to be,
We got
from his comments in the
4
past,
strikes.
that he's a straight racist. Okay? Again, him saying, it's on video.
There are multiple videos of
Okay.
him saying racist things.
Right, okay? Uh, if you're not, if you don't vote for me, you're not black enough. Now, here we go.
That's not the worst of them.
That's not the worst. That's not the worst. That's not. Isn't the worst. But there's a lot of black people, Hispanic people that are waking up to the bullshit. I'm glad to see Ice Cube jumped off the fucking plantation.
I seen that.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think we were talking about Ice Cube a couple weeks ago when he said, "Listen, what can you do for my community right now?" Before he even got in office, mind you, this guy's been in politics for 50 years, right? 42 years. And what has he done?
Absolutely
Nothing. Nothing.
They ask him what he does. He has no answer for it.
Okay. Now, before people write in or text me or this and that saying, "Oh, well, are you a Trump supporter?" Fuck that. I'm a supporter to a person that's going to support my needs. Now, Trump said he would streamline the military benefits where you can go see your own doctor. Boom, he did it. Okay, he had my vote. This guy didn't promise nothing to anyone, did he? Did he?
You know what? It's so crazy because they will say, they will lie about things right to your face and call you crazy for not believing it. This table is white, and the second you disagree with me, what's wrong with you? Are you a conspiracy guy? Like right to your face. We see the footage of all the racist stuff that he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on video. It's not like old dubbed video. It's legit stuff. And people are like, yeah, no, he didn't say that. Well, how about this video? Yeah, he didn't say that. Like they won't say that's not him. They will say he didn't say that. Well, this is here. Let me play for you. No, he still didn't say that. Your mind will be blown from that stuff.
So here, whatever they say, the government, whatever they tell you, for example, going back, we're going to be the party of inclusivity, and that's another fucking word I hate. Openness, fairness. Just think the opposite. Whatever bill they want to push through, just think the opposite. Now,
well, look, the bill just got passed through as the submarine imploded.
Speak on that.
You know?
Okay, so the submarine imploded. That's to take your mind off of what?
Test tube food.
There you go. Okay.
And they're saying that new food that's the FDA approved, they're saying it's good for you and all this stuff, and then there's another side of the story saying this stuff is loaded with carcinogenics, cancer causing things, like really bad stuff. But before you know it, they're gonna have the cost of meat is gonna be so expensive that the average person is gonna be buying the fake meat.
Yeah.
You know? So where does that put you? If your food's controlled, then the way you live is controlled. How you die is controlled. If they feed you a bunch of stuff that causes cancer, sugars, all this stuff that they have, processed foods, if they're feeding you all that stuff, they know when you're going to die. They don't have an exact time frame, but they know that life expectancy of somebody who's eating sugar every single day in this amount is, they don't have a long life. Or not even that the fact that you're going to die, the fact that you're going to need a medical care by the time you're, 12, probably even before that, 10, 11 years old, you're going to have, there's kids with diabetes that are under the age of 10.
Oh, yeah.
And who pays for that?
Who?
We do. We pay for all of that. It's your tax money. That's all getting paid for. But you know what? Who's making all that money?
Yeah.
Hey, who owns all that shit? Who owns all that shit? There's a top and a bottom. And the bottom feeders are big too. It's the top
I,
thing. They have all that shit.
we as a country, the people that are paying into the system, uh,
It's hard to
we
dance. It's
cannot.
hard to dance around the conversation and not
Yeah,
be straightforward
right.
about things. Like I got, wish we could just you know let loose and be like whatever. But it's like you got to
Again,
dance
because
around your questions and your
in the
conversation.
back of my head, I'm thinking of censorship. Like, it's all bullshit. But all these programs that come out, and I was talking to a guy, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and he was living like paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
his bills were paid, family fed. But he goes, what about the programs for me? What programs do I have? None, none. Like you're shit out of luck, bro. You know, now he wanted to cancel student loans. Everyone's in an uproar. What about the people that paid off their shit?
Ah, the listen. The people that do good get screwed the most.
But yet, right, and that's
If you're a bill payer, if you pay all your bills on time, you don't get any help.
none.
You don't get like it's crazy. But if you're late on your bills, you're having issues. You don't pay bills. You don't make money. You get everything given to you.
Everything.
What? Where's the drive to want to go to work?
Which that's another thing.
Where's the drive to want to go to work?
You lead me into the segue that this generation now.
The past couple generations.
Okay, yeah, it's like there's no will to work. So if you want to do good, I don't even. Is it worth even doing good?
It depends. The whole the whole thing is they want you to be in a position where you need them.
Bottom line, that is the bottom
That
line.
means you're going to be a worker bee. You're going to
Right.
do your job. You're going to make the community go round. They're going to benefit from it, and you're just going to be able to eat enough to be happy. You know what? I don't even know be happy. Eat enough to be alive.
To be a lot, yeah.
You know, it's
I don't know.
it's a sad setup that's been getting put in place for many years. And I've been watching things. They're like, you think it's bad now? You're living in good times. Wait another 30
30
years.
years, yeah. Hopefully I won't be here, so.
You know, wait another 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. They're saying in 100 years that it's this place, the world is going to be a place of something you would see on TV. Pretty much like a slavery. Like you're in your house, you leave to go to work. There's no entertainment. There's none of that stuff. It's just you working as a worker and coming back and forth.
To basically
I,
provide for the government.
Yeah, you're providing just for the government. You don't even provide for yourself. The
Right.
government provides for you. They give you the bare minimum. It's not like they're talking about like no TVs, none of this. Like once they get to like that point, they're saying that it's going to be insane. Obviously, it's somebody just saying it. But if you look from where we were to where we are now and where we're going, it doesn't look too far fetched that
No.
this could be a possibility.
No.
They had us locked down in our house for how long?
And people fell for that.
And then they had us living a certain way for multiple years after that.
Yep.
They had people turning on them on each other
On your neighbor.
because this one wouldn't do this one wouldn't get this. You're gonna make me sick. I'm gonna make you sick. They literally had us going at each other's necks because out of fear of being sick.
Right.
So they scared the fear into people, and then they made you angry at the person. It was just a
Listen,
I don't
you
want to.
still
We're gonna get this video banned too. You know, we should just say, fucking just go and say whatever we want. I'm just trying to,
Well, I don't think we said anything that's.
No.
Well, you still see people driving around in their cars by themselves, windows up, with a mask on.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's people out there that have to wear a mask because they have a lower immunity. They have, something wrong, like, they're sick, so they have to wear a mask all the time.
Okay.
But I would say a majority of people you see in their cars are, I would, the Karen type of people, And I mean Karen as in the name.
Yeah.
So there's people that
There's
are out
Karens out there. There's Kens out there.
there. Yeah, they're following the rules. We shouldn't be working for them. They should be working for us.
And
that's the way it was set up in the beginning.
This is where people have lost their way, right? Because these politicians, I don't care, Republican, Democrat, Independent, conservative, liberal, they work for us. But people have lost their sense of direction when it comes to that.
When did it come to the point where they know what's best for us?
Yeah.
Because that was never supposed to be set up like
Right.
that.
Right.
They shouldn't know what's best for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you become a man is when you know what's best for you.
Facts.
You know. So when did it all turn around to where they know what's best for me? I know what's best for me. It's bad enough you got to deal with these laws.
Well, yeah.
You know, like you got all these crazy laws that are in effect. Those weren't like we just got laws passed recently, which
Here in this state, yeah.
Here in this state, we just got some laws passed recently. So now, like I used to go out and just do whatever and not have any concerns about what I was doing or if I was showing or anything like that. Now I'm going out going.
When you say showing, we're not showing, not your peachy deal, but showing what?
Well,
well, maybe I don't know.
My muscle.
Yeah,
No, but you know what I'm talking about. So,
but they don't know what you're talking about. So basically, open carry.
Yeah, open carry.
Right.
So I used to not worry about it. I'd get out of the truck, grab it, throw it in.
Right.
When I get in the truck, pull it out, put it so I can have it, accessible. But now when I'm doing it, it's almost like I gotta hide through everything. I gotta make sure I'm wearing the right clothes. What if I'm printing? Pretty much, what if you can see it through your shirt? I'm saying. So what if I'm sitting there printing and then somebody decides that they're gonna call up because they know this law is passed? So is printing gonna get me in trouble also? Well, how am I supposed to carry comfortably if I gotta put it somewhere that I'm not used to carrying? This is not an open snake carry. It wasn't a clone. It wasn't a concealed carry. It was whatever you felt comfortable with. So for the last 15 years, oh God, how old am I? For the last 20 so years, I've been carrying. It's not completely open, but I'm an outside carry with a bigger shirt over me. I don't have it tucked in my pants. Now I can't carry like that anymore. I gotta go through everything that I'm used to doing, how I draw,
So it's just, again, our voice, collectively in these United States, it's not being heard.
No. And a lot of people are screaming, but they're being silenced.
Censored.
They're being silenced. I don't know, a couple days ago, I was just listening to something, and they were talking about the censorship and how the government censored during the whole COVID. So they're going after all of these social medias that allowed this to happen. They had an influence on what was going on.
Oh,
they had a big influence. That's how this message got out so fast, because everyone that was against it, everybody that was speaking up, they were getting shut up.
Yep. And still,
and that makes
still are.
And that gets me. That gets me fired up so much, because it's wrong. They should have nothing over that shit. That should be an open floor. You should be able to say whatever you want. You should be able to do whatever you want, unless it's hurting somebody else directly.
Right.
If you're just giving your opinion and you're stating facts, people should be able to take that in and say, all right, that's his opinion. These are facts. The facts speak for himself, and let me look into his opinion and see, what that's about. You should have the option to be able to look into whatever you can.
The video that was banned or taken off, we got our strike. This guy, Dr. Matt Kukolo.
Shout out to Big Matt.
Matt. Bought the receipts. Flat out, he stating facts.
The whole video was non-stop facts.
And
it's going to be posted up on the website. So, you know what? Maybe next week we'll be able to say, hey, listen, go check the website out, because the video will be on there. We're going to try to get some more videos on there. I know my brother's watching right now, so I'm going to put him on the spot and tell him we need to get that done. Maybe he'll put some time aside for us. I know he's really busy. But Chuck, you got till next week, or all the viewers are gonna be real
I'm gonna
mad.
pay you a visit, truck. Come on, let me shut up.
Me and Cope are gonna show up for dinner every night until it's posted.
Let me shut up. But yeah, I mean that. I don't know. In a matter of what 4? Well, this has been building, but they've been ramping it up the past 4 years, and we're here. Okay, I don't get it. And they push an agenda. A lot of people are fighting back this trans agenda, and and folks, let me tell you something. Trans and drag are two different things. Just in case you didn't know that, it's two different things. So, and if people say, oh no, it's all trans. No, no. Matter of fact, I think I'll bring one of my trans friends on so she can break it down, or one of my gay lesbian friends, and they'll break it down. So, are you going to censor her or him? Like, you know,
How I wonder how that would work out. Like if you had somebody on here that was, whatever, and
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 before people get their fucking buttholes twisted, I'm not homophobic, transphobic. I have friends all over. So before you get your starfish twinkled up, just knock it off. So yeah, maybe
we could have somebody on. Could they be censored?
I, hopefully not.
Like if they start, running down, really, what could you get censored for? What would you be saying that would censor you? It coming in, like the pushing of it, the agenda of it, would that be? You
Everyone
think that would be
knows.
something that
Come
could
on,
be?
everyone knows they're pushing this agenda. All right, but
Hundred
yet
percent, 100%.
again, that was the group of inclusivity. But yet, if you don't go with their train of thought, then you're banned.
You want to hear the
Okay,
crazy thing?
so
I tried putting my views. I tried looking at it from their point of view and seeing. Well, have you ever done that? Like you're against something, but you think to yourself, well, there's got to be something that would make them think that this is right.
well,
Well,
what's right
what
though?
could it possibly be? Like all of the shows that they do, the uh, the trans shows, what are they?
No,
The
that's not
drag shows, the
not
drag shows. I'm saying
drag
all the
shows,
drag shows that are
right?
done. Like you try to see like from their point of view, what in their mind thinks that is right to do with children around. Like
Oh, you
you
can
know,
no. Okay, again,
like
these
I
are my thoughts, and
just say it.
no, these are my thoughts. So, listen, drag shows have been going on
Forever.
forever. No one had an issue with it, right?
Yep.
Hell, I've been to drag shows. Okay, no one had it until you brought the kids. And listen, people, like you bring your kid to one of these shows, and like I said, I have a lot of gay, lesbian friends out there, and they will tell you we all know what goes on during Pride, and you're gonna bring your kid. Now I got to look at the parents. What in your feeble mind tells you that that's okay?
Dude, I've been to two drag shows, and they were both. I didn't know about them both. We were down in the Carolinas, and one of the guys that we were training with down there, one of his family members owns a bar, and they used to have drag night.
Yeah.
So he thought it'd be funny, all these tough guys that work out and fighters. We went down there to train the police, and we went to this drag show. I didn't realize what was going on. It was a small bar
Mm-hmm.
with a stage and stuff. So we get in there. No one's there yet. We're early, hanging out. And all of a sudden, I see like a couple, come through. But I can't tell if it's a male or a female.
Right.
I don't know. And then I see like, the exaggerated ones that are dressed up with the glow,
Right.
like the big crazy look and all. Like I see coming through and I'm like, I go over to the guy. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like he's like, forgot to tell you, tonight's drag night. I'm like, oh man, like this is 15 plus years ago.
Right.
So back then it wasn't like it is now, But back then it was crazy because it wasn't like what I saw recently. Like they were there, they were singing, dancing on stage. They were doing a show.
Performing,
It was actually an impressive show.
Right.
They were doing their thing and singing, and some of them actually could sing. Some of them were dancing. Like it was a skillful show, and it was entertaining.
Right.
And they would like joke around with you and stuff like as they're doing the show, mess with you. If they seen that you looked uncomfortable, they'd come at you a little bit more.
More,
But
right.
they would never go cross a line.
Right.
So I stayed there for that. We hung out, had a good time. Everybody's chatting. It was a great time. And then recently, this past Christmas, I showed up to a Christmas party, and I didn't know there was going to be a drag show there either. So we're hanging out about 10 o'clock or so. The DJ comes on, starts blasting music. One after the other, they're coming out and they're doing little shows, and everybody's having fun.
Right.
And it was tasteful for the first little bit, maybe half hour or so, and then it got very There was children there. I mean, kids from the age of 2 to whatever 18. It was just a bunch of kids, and they started breaking out. I don't even know how you'd say it. They were breaking out adult toys.
There you go. Right.
Very
With kids there.
very large adult toys.
With kids there.
Swinging them around like they were lassos, rubbing them on people's faces, smacking them with them,
Oh.
dancing around. I would say it was probably the most tasteless. Now, if it was a group of adults, you could
different.
stay or you can go. You
Right.
have the option. The children didn't have the option to stay or go. If the parents wanted them to stay, they were going to stay. If the parents, and a lot of parents actually got up and they left. They left because it was the craziest stuff. I sat there for a few minutes. I was like, I gotta get out of here. It was tasteless, And I'm the biggest clown out there. I say the craziest things. I'm not serious. I'm joking around. This was like a serious setting of craziness.
Again, these kids. I think we said it on it might have been the video that was banned. That they go after these kids. They, Uncle Sam, and you're indoctrinated from the time you're born. Do you agree? School, parents, social media, just social media is the big thing. And you know what? There's adults that will fly under that same flag, indoctrinated. They don't want to hear nothing else but what I see on the news, what they see on the news. But it's
I think if we go back to the Constitution, we could probably live better lives.
well,
It seems like that thing's been getting slowly, little by little,
because the
altered
politicians,
and erased.
and they admitted it. They want to do away with the Constitution because it's deemed racist. Racist. That word is used so much. It's so watered down.
Yeah, I guess.
No one gives a fuck. And you think racism? Now, is there racism in this country? 100%.
Absolutely. It's been
But
taught, though. It's been taught.
But let's go. You don't think there's racism in other countries?
Absolutely.
Right. But you don't want to see it. Your mind is closed off to it. You have people. Okay, let's say the LGBTQ. Why don't you protest against Iraq and Iran? China, right? They brutally murder thousands of allegedly Uyghur Muslims daily, but that's never talked about. Murder them just because they're Uyghur Muslims, but no one wants to talk about that shit. So I just, again, I can find racism everywhere. I don't let it affect me. I don't give a fuck.
It's all, but you know what the crazy? It's an agenda forced
It's
upon people because of how the system is set up. They set this all up. And listen, once this doesn't work, they'll find something
something else.
to separate,
Right.
and split up the people in more groups, first they split you up between this, and this. It could be religion, then it could be race, then it could be Democratic Party. The more we start splitting up this, because you can have, all the races split up. So then you got, however many races we got split up here. And then in order to split them up into bigger groups, now we split them up into Democrats and Republicans. And so now you separate those even more and more. Before you know, it's so spread out. Everybody, and the difference is now everyone's going to fight. Once we can get if they could just have everyone fight, then they don't have to fight as many people in the end.
Right.
You know? That's what it's coming down to. It seems like the more they divide this country, the easier it's going to be to take it over.
And these people,
if everybody came together, it would not happen.
Well, everyone coming together is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It really isn't.
It's not because, there's no chance of it happening.
There's no chance.
Because they push the agenda that they don't want you together. This video is getting banned. You'll be watching this thing.
And here,
and it's like I'm like trying not to say anything, and it's just
you have
it's not gonna work.
Pride Month, Black History Month.
That's nice to give everybody 1 month.
But think about this, like you're saying, go on the other side of the coin. What would happen if you had White History Month?
We'd have 1 month too.
No. Would there be a white? But see now, that's racist. But yet you have.
Well,
listen, I'm Native American, right? We get 1 day, Indigenous Day, 1 day. Well, motherfucker, this was our country.
The thing is this: no one should have any days.
No one. Let's just go back.
Every day should be your day.
Right.
We should, if we were all together and united, we're in the United States. We should be all living under the same every single day. We should be celebrating life. Every single day with everyone. You should be happy. We should. If we all came together, what? I don't understand the reason in the divide. Why should you be divided against anyone? Okay. Kids are not divided. If you take children, 1, 2 years old, and you throw them all in a room from every country, every race, every religion, those kids are gonna play with those toys together the same they would with the kid from. It's just we're getting so divided, and honestly there's no fix this division. No matter if me and you, me and somebody else, you and somebody else, there's a division set up there. They want to divide all of us as much as possible. The weak are getting divided. I can say that.
Well,
the weak are getting divided.
They're doing a good job, a damn good job. But you're right. I did have hope at one point, but
no, listen. To
now
fight
it's
that battle, we need a lot of people in office that are going to be,
and just a lot of people in general to say, you know what, I'm fed up with this bullshit. More and more people are fed up with it, but they're afraid to speak out for fear of whatever, like
getting their videos blocked.
Videos blocked, being people coming to your homes and this and that.
Yeah.
Come on, and I don't even. Can I say that?
Can you say what? This video's already probably getting screwed over. Just say whatever you want to say.
You got these mobs of people, outing people in their homes. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Which is basically the Nazi brown shirts coming to your place.
UPS guys?
No. Ooh. No. I don't know. I don't know where we're heading, but it's not good.
Well, listen, the country's become a place of entitlement and division. Everybody's entitled to something that they didn't earn. Growing up, you earned what you got. Nowadays, you're entitled to that.
Well,
you should be given that. I want that, so I should be given it, and that I deserve that.
So, and if I do good in this country, I have to split my earnings, wealth, with a person that sits on the couch, eats ring dings all day.
So first, you have to split it with the man.
Well, the income tax.
And then you get some of that. And then you got to give some of that away.
Right.
Now listen, if I had money and you worked for me and I paid you.
Well, you're white. You have money.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, let's get that straight.
So if I have money and you work for me,
Mm-hmm.
I pay you, right?
Oh, like a slave?
However you want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I pay you, right?
Yeah.
You pay tax on that money.
Yeah.
You go to you go to a store and you buy something from that store. You pay taxes again.
Right.
The guy who collected that money,
He's paying tax on
he's
that money.
paying taxes on that money.
Right.
That circle never stops. Is there ever really money?
No.
Is there ever really money?
No. No.
Does that make sense?
It's just everything's just
That
being
circle.
shuffled around.
What's
It's
being
what it is.
shuffled? It's almost like if you go back to the beginning on where the money originally came from and follow it through to where it's going, that money gets deleted in seconds.
Again,
So how does the government work the money thing out?
how?
Yeah,
Well,
I'd like somebody to explain to me how it works.
starts with central banks. And I won't even go down that rabbit hole.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah. I don't even have time for that. But that right there is a lot of the problem right there. This video is going to get banned.
A handful of people.
This video is going to get
A
banned.
handful of people operate the money.
Right.
The people that you think operate the money have bosses.
Right.
You know? I'll send you some stuff later about some stuff that I've been watching.
Someone said what at bank fees.
That's.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bank fees. So you got to pay a fee for going to the debit card, taking your own money out.
That ain't half the fees, my friend. How about this? If you walk up to the teller and hand them $150, they charge you. It's called a coin fee.
Oh, in coins?
No. I go deposit. Let's say $500 at the bank. I walk in the teller. I say, here's my ID. Here's my cash. Can you deposit in my account? I get a coin fee that month. After so many of those. They charge me for going to the teller to deposit money. And now I just got a booking. Last week I got a booking about all these new fees that the bank's going to be taking for money. And we don't want to have decentralized money. I got to pay some freaking bank. I'm not talking about if you're.
No.
I'm not talking about overdraft fees. Yeah, if you spend your money and you won't have it in there and they got to give you a loan, yeah, they're going to take an overdraft fee.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, that loan's usually, the loan they're giving you is what, 30 something, $35, $40,
Right.
I think, for one. So if they had to loan you $10 because something, let's just say you went to the corner store and you got something for $10, didn't realize that you didn't have enough money in the bank, they loan you that $10 for $35, $40.
Right.
There should be a set percentage rate, because if you think about it, that $10 for that $35, $40, that's hundreds of percentage.
So
that they're getting back for giving you a little.
So I'm going to dumb it right down. So basically, they're legalized loan sharks.
Listen, a loan shark will go to jail for giving 20% or whatever it is.
Right.
But there's credit cards out there now that are doing 30%. I'm seeing credit cards at 30%. Credit,
Wait, 30%?
30%, not 29.999. I'm talking 30%. I'm seeing all these if people with bad credit, the credit cards, they start at like 25% and they go up, and then you gotta pay a fee to get the card, a yearly annual. You gotta pay an annual fee. You're not getting enough money every year. You gotta, I don't even know. It could be 50, 100. It could be more. But I know it's up there. So every year I gotta pay you to use this card. And then on top of you're getting 30%.
And if you don't use it, they'll take your card.
And if you don't use it, they'll take your card. But a loan shark loans you money,
right?
And maybe he charges you, I don't know,
10%, 15% of VIG, yeah.
Yeah, 10, even 15%.
Right.
15%, and he's going to jail? Come on. They're not going to jail. How about these student loans? What are they at? I don't even know what the student loans. I know. I heard somebody was paying big money for student loans. Actually, I wonder.
And you can't. What I didn't realize was that, say, if you go bankrupt, you cannot go bankrupt on a student loan.
The feds want their money, and they're getting their money.
Right.
They'll put you in jail for money.
And money counterfeiting. Yeah.
Mm.
But murder, that's okay.
They could print it,
They can print it.
and then they could give it to the banks for free.
Yeah.
They print it. They give it to the banks. The banks loan it out. The banks get the interest on that money. They get the tax on the money. The circle of money is crazy. We should just do a whole thing on the circle of money,
Yeah, I'm down for that.
on where the money goes, where it comes from.
Someone said even with uh, Joe Biden, just follow the money. And again, going back to censorship, the media doesn't report. They have this guy dead to rights on the criminal activity that he has done while he was in office. Dead to rights. They have him.
They got him on tax evasion right now.
You know. Oh, forget that. He's not even recognizing.
Well, they got the son on tax evasion.
You know, I'm getting way off topic. He doesn't even recognize his grandkid, who I believe he's mixed race, but he's not.
I'm not sure.
Whatever the case.
But I know that they're not recognizing it, and
Yeah.
I think they I'm pretty sure they did a DNA test.
That's his kid.
100.
That's his kid.
100%.
So I mean, but he probably won't get hemmed up on non-payment of child support. I doubt it. But I mean, let's take it away from Trump, right? You have RFK, Robert Kennedy,
Yep.
right? Who is definitely a threat to him, and they censor him, Joe Biden, and they're censoring this guy heavy.
You don't hear much about it.
You don't hear, right?
Social media, you see a little bit though.
Well, this is alternative news sites.
Which are, there's only one I think you can go to that's legit. Maybe Twitter. The closest to legit as possible.
I think you have to even get off these
Right,
platforms
but I'm
and
saying
get on Rumble.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like more mainstream.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the most legit one. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just throwing out just because Musk owns it and he said he was going to do that. But I could be completely wrong.
And I think he's a Trojan horse also.
I start feeling like that too lately.
You know.
But you listening to the guy talk, you're like, man, you know what it is? He thinks about what he says. He's brilliant. You know, like very smart.
I listened to Kennedy speak, and he's brilliant. You know what I'm saying? About they're talking about climate change, and basically he's saying it's a farce to a certain extent.
Well, they said we had the hottest days in all-time history in the last.
That was 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
It says who though?
That's it.
Says who?
The same guys that are saying the fucking economy's doing great.
Right. You see where I'm going with this?
Yep. This is definitely getting banned. And we're dancing around this table like it's our job.
Yeah. So.
Probably the worst podcast we ever had.
What?
Probably the worst podcast we ever had.
No, it's not.
It's all over the place, you know.
It is all, but that's.
It's all over the place, and the conversations are all over the place because we can't.
Because that's how we are, though.
We can't be.
It's not
more
scripted.
Direct. More direct.
You know, we're not writing a script. No. We said from day one this is going to be
raw,
done, raw and real.
Yeah.
So
our teleprompters with everything we got to say is right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there. It's a picture of us watching ourselves.
So, and this guy, what they don't tell you with Kennedy is he's an environmental lawyer. Now, I don't really like lawyers, but he kind of, you would think he would know what he's talking about. Right?
You know.
So he's an environmentalist, but yeah, again, we're getting off topic. I saw an article how the government wants to block out the sun. They're already telling you that's what they want to do.
Well, what do you think all these chemtrails are?
Right. They're already telling you.
They're deflecting the sun or something like that, right?
This is what they want to do. And I believe, I don't know. They probably have the technology to do it. So what do you think that's going to do to?
Absolutely, the technology to do it.
What do you think that's going to do to?
That goes down a rabbit hole of it. Is there even in outer space? I got flat earthers coming out with proof nowadays. Like crazy stuff that's going on. Is it crazy? Listen, I can't tell you if the Earth is flat or not flat. And if anybody says that they can and they haven't been into outer space, or like, oh well, we could say it's not flat because of this, this, and this.
Right.
All right, cool. But you know what? Go into outer space. Like, show me proof. Yeah, I can tell you water's wet by putting my hand in it. Like you gotta. I think it's really crazy. There's so many points on everything that's talked about. There's always a conspiracy theory to all of it.
Well,
Is Antarctica real? Are the aliens really there?
we
Is
can't.
is it a secret paradise island, Antarctica? Is it?
I'll tell you what, we
Well,
can't go there.
we can't go there. No.
Right.
Well, everybody says aliens. They say it's a paradise, a whole nother world over there that we can't go to. Like,
But
I just, you know what? Just bring a fucking crew over there and let everybody start vacationing. Prove us wrong.
I don't know. Well, this started with censorship, and I guess we kind of stayed on the topic, I guess. But uh, what I do know is like this shit is out of control, and I don't know what's gonna take to bring it back. And then you have some people bring it back to what? This country was never that good. It was never good.
You know what? It was
or
way better than it was.
or these sports people trashing the country, but yet you're playing on a team in the United States, getting paid by the team, but yet you're trashing the country.
Listen, the censorship has got so bad. It's got so bad, and it gets out to everybody. Back in the days, before TV, man, you couldn't get the word around at all.
No.
And then TV came, and they start censoring.
Well,
Once social media came out,
you're right, right.
they're in your fucking pocket. Your phone, bzzz. There you go. They can keep, dude. You can have your phone off, and they can send you a notification.
Mhm. It's been done.
What about all these Amber Alerts and all this stuff? They have access to your damn phone 24/7. They could tell you whatever they want. Well, look what happened in Hawaii. They said they were getting a nuke dropped on them years ago. Everybody got a Amber Alert a few years back.
I do.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And everybody freaked out.
Freaked out,
Can you
yeah.
imagine what some of those people did,
That's right.
not knowing what was going to happen? And then a little while later, you get, oh, it was messed up. We screwed up. You screwed up.
I remember that.
They just go into your phone and they could create hysteria, right? They could say, "Oh, listen, we're getting attacked. Go to a shelter, find a place to hide, blah blah blah." Snap. You don't think half this world's gonna go hide somewhere, and the other half are gonna start looting and robbing?
I'm that half.
It's the end of the world.
I'm that half.
It's the end of the world. What are you gonna do?
Let it be known.
You know?
Don't get me on crime. Don't get me started on that shit.
Well, you already told everybody you're gonna do it. So.
Well, facts. 'Cause you know what? Here's the thing.
Mr. Darren,
I need to. You know what I'm saying? It's like you need to take care of your 10 by 10. All right? And if it's mass chaos, what do you think people are going to do? Wait till this food shortage really hits, because it's going to hit hard. I say within the next 12 to 15 months. Okay, I'm not an economist. I'm in mental health. So don't crucify me on that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we're like an hour deep right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we are an hour deep. So, I'm. Oh, well, guess that'll be it. You good? You got anything else?
I got
We
a
could
lot more to say,
we could
but
probably sit here forever, but.
people say, well, how does this tie into the real iron mindset? It ties in by protecting what's you and yours, and your mental health, physical, spiritual. Like ruck up on this shit because I really believe it's going to get hard. I really do. You look at the amount of people within the last 6 months in this city, right? They're looking for cans and bottles. Every now and then you would see a couple here and there.
I'll tell you what, it's better than robbing people. There's a lot of people in this town getting robbed on a regular.
And murdered on the regular
That is no joke.
by people who don't give a shit about the fucking law.
Yeah.
Okay? But yet you're going to go after the legit gun owner. Oh, you know what? Listen. People, ruck up. I'm telling you right now, ruck up. But that's all I got to say.
All right. We will be next week. We're in, right?
Next week, yeah.
Got nothing to do. All right. We will see you guys next week.
Bless up, bless up.